Hello and welcome to day 4 of the ESL EdTech Jumpstart Challenge at edtechforadultesl.com. I am Jacqueline Vocano and I will be your host. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Quizlet to help prepare students with the vocabulary they need in order to create their Google accounts tomorrow. So, first you'll need to go to Quizlet.com and then select sign up and sign up with your Google account. And you will most likely need to enter in some additional information in order to create your account. When you get into your account, this is your dashboard that you have. You'll have your latest activity here. Down below you'll have your classes, and at the bottom you'll have your folders. So first I'm going to have you create a class. So click create a class and name your class. I'm going to name my class test. And you can enter a description if you want. I would uncheck this for first time when you're creating stuff, and then select your school and then create class. Next you will search for my basic technology vocabulary part 1 study set. Select the first one. So this is a study set that I've created with the basic technology vocabulary that students need to know in order to create a Google account. You will select the plus sign, add to class, and then select the class that you created. I just have this set in other folders, that's why they're highlighted. And then close it. Here are the 6 main buttons for teachers to use. This is the edit button, so you can edit anything that is below. Share, you can share a link with a teacher or student. You can add it to your class or just a general folder. This is basic information on the study set. Here's where you can track your students' progress if you have the Quizlet Pro teacher account. And here are some other options. On a desktop computer, you have 8 games available. Slide down lower. These are the flashcards that I have made, and students have the same view, so they can star the ones that they need practice on more. You can listen to them.
Username John Smith CWC. Username John Smith CWC.
And here is the edit button. So I'm going to briefly go over the 8 types of activities. So learn is an adaptive activity. Students study a small amount of cards within the study set, and when they master that set, then they go to the next set. Options is a very important tool if you want them to study the term or the definition or both, and you can select, or the student can select what types of questions they want to study. You can turn the audio on or off, and then always click start over if you would like to change anything. The next activity is flashcards. One step that many students miss is that they need to press the space or click the card to flip it, and they can listen to the word. Go to the next.
Use your Gmail account to log into an application.
They can play the set from the very beginning. They can shuffle the set, or they can change the options. Next is writing. So they just need to type the answer. If they don't know, they can click don't know. It will give the answer and you can type the answer. You can turn audio on or off and other options. Next is spelling.
Technology help sheet.
So this is more of a listening activity. They can repeat by clicking
Technology help sheet.
the sound symbol, and they have 2 chances to get it correct.
Technology help sheet. S-H-E-E-T. Technology help sheet.
Okay. If you are tracking student progress on the test, I'd highly recommend making sure the students have the correct options selected if you want them to practice all types of questions and if you want them to practice the term or the definition. There is a question limit, so if you have, I wouldn't recommend making a set more than 20, but maybe you want them just to practice 10 out of 20 questions, you can change that as well. You can also print the test. This is match. Students match the term with the definition. Click, drag, and drop, and it disappears. On the mobile devices, it's in a grid form, and they click on 2 cards, and if they're selected correctly, then they'll disappear. This is gravity. Students can practice all the flashcards or just the ones that they starred, can choose a difficulty level, and then either answer with term, definition, or choose random and go back and forth. I'm going to select hard so this goes quicker. So the asteroids are falling from the sky, and you need to type the correct answer. If you make a mistake, you just keep typing until it's correct. The last activity is live. It's a team activity. The class is split into teams and then it's a group competition. There's a little video here that you can watch. So for today's activity, if you are working with students at this time, you can go ahead and share this activity with them with Remind. So the class that we created I called Test. So yours should look something like this with just one activity. When you click on the activity, you can share it here and click Remind. You'll select your class and then hit send. I'm going to close that for the moment. I would suggest going through the vocabulary list with your students and maybe just introducing 1 or 2 activities from above. After tomorrow, for your information, this is the class link where the students would join. We'll wait until after tomorrow when the students have their Google accounts created. That's it for today. For those of you who do not have students yet, I'm going to have you search for an additional activity that you will use in the near future. So for example, if I'm working on a food unit, I can search for food, find an activity that I would like to use. If I want the exact activity, I can just add it to a class or folder. But if I'm planning on editing it, I need to make a copy. So I can edit the title if I want to and click Create. And then I'm going to add it to a folder so I don't overwhelm my students with what is available in the class. And I'll create a folder called Food. Open the activity. So if I want to make changes, I just click the Edit button. I can change the title. If I want to delete some words that are not in my lesson, I can do that easily. You can also rearrange items like that. If you want to change the image, you can click here. So in the basic plan, you have about 4 options to choose from. In the Pro plan, you have many others. There is an auto define, so if you have butter, it might pop up a definition for butter. You can also record your voice if you have the Pro plan and edit as needed. When you're done, click Done. And then I'm going to have you share this in our Facebook group. So you'll click Share and then copy the link and then go to our Facebook group and paste the link. That's it.